we do have another guest that's about to pop on the show today. I mean, if he's shy.
This guy's crashing in my room right now, so no. Only kidding.
But
Mike
really.
Rodriguez. Mike, you are a governor here for the Ohio Valley NATAS chapter. Give me your thoughts, just seeing some of the great work you've been sitting in and watching some of the great pieces that are being displayed tonight. Give me your reaction to some of the stuff you've seen today.
Well, as always, there's a lot of excellence, there's a lot of hard work, a lot of heart. You can tell a lot of commitment from teamwork and a lot of development and forethought that goes into it. I just, really impressed as usual. I think that there's, if anything, this Emmy ceremony has been very entertaining, the 49th version of it, and next year I'm really looking forward to the 50th.
So, an event like this, it doesn't just pop up out of nowhere and happen all on its own. Tell me a little bit about what goes into putting on an event like this.
Well, really, it happens, the planning starts happening really less than a week after this event is over. We start planning. Next year it's going to be in Columbus. We at a venue undetermined right now. However, we are very excited to present the 50th anniversary of it, and just a lot of work is involved, from social media to all these little subcommittees, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, Mike, I came in with you last night, and just even the 24 hours before the ceremony, we're talking a lot of prep work that goes into it. Tell us about some of the prep work that actually has to happen in order to make the physical ceremony take place.
Yep, there was, at 3 o'clock when we even showed up, the production unit had its own issues trying to get into the loading dock.
That was a hot loading dock.
Yeah, it was a hot loading dock, sure, absolutely. And then there were a lot of boxes and gift bag things that we had to load and kind of sort out and figure out who was going to help. All these organizational things, and then Sherry Housley wanted to kind of delegate a little bit more. All those things really kind of contributed to a really successful evening, which was great.
Yeah.
I have to say so. She and speaking just from years past experience, before she has not slept.
Right.
From Friday evening through the end of the night, and it's amazing. She actually did get some sleep last night, and to her credit,
which is huge,
out.
Huge.
Fantastic Emmy ceremony so far. Looking forward to the 50th anniversary of the chapter. What kind of things do you think we can expect to see?
Well, I think we can expect to see retrospective pieces that we will produce. Certainly, there's so much history in this region with all the markets of Louisville, West Virginia markets, the Ohio markets, the Indiana markets. We're also discussing some more silver and gold circle recipients. The student productions are the student and high school, the college and the high school recipients will expand also, and we're really looking forward to just expanding our capacity and really interest in all of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Mike Rodriguez. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you so much.
He's no EB guy too. I have to throw that out there. But we needed to talk some business here. Yep, we'll
representing
see you,
here this evening at the Ohio Regional.
Our producer's over here just shaking her head like, we put Mike on? Yes, we put Mike on. Because he knows.
And we do like Mike.
He knows what he's doing. Folks,
Mike is pretty good with a mic. Can you believe that?
It's amazing because there's this Facebook group that says it's 10 seconds to Aaron Emrod's on a ladder, and that's true because he's this guy is such a perfectionist. He'll be on a ladder tweaking lights easily 10 seconds before a show hits. Yeah. And I don't know if that's just a testament to the fact that he's overly picky or hey, he forgot something, but it always turns out great. So yes, thank you, Mike Rodriguez.
Yeah, and we love things like that because if it wasn't for people like that, we would be in the dark today, Gabe.
Absolutely right.
This would be a pretty rough cast to get through.
Yep. Speaking of, we've only got about 10 more categories to go here, so bear with us. We're still keep following us on Twitter
Yeah.
at Ohio Valley Emmy. Use that hashtag OVE, some great tweets coming in, and keep an eye out for those photos. They'll be on ohiovalleyemmy.smugmug.com.
Yeah.
Of course, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Ohio Valley Emmy. Now we're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Kelly from ABC6.
Yeah, this guy's
Fox
been through a
28.
storm waiting for
He knows
to get
it.
through all of these awards. How do you feel now that you finally your category finally came up?
I know, right? What time is it? Where are we at? It feels great, and it's always good to win and get recognized for your work, because we work so hard and we work so long and all those hours, and then to finally be, awarded something like that just feels great.
That's fantastic. Now you're new to Columbus. You've only been here a short amount of time. What were some of the real struggles you found coming in to the Buckeye State?
Well, what's interesting is my very first week, and this is unique in the business. I started on a Monday. I started at noon. I walked into the building for the first time at noon after, of course, the interview and whatever. Walked in at noon. I was on the air at 5, 6, 10, 11, just like that.
Start of the work week.
I mean, really, it was not like, hey, settle in, do this and that. It was like, here you are, here's your paperwork, here's the computers, you're done. Let's go, 5, 6, 10, 11. And that week, that Friday, was the week of the derecho, the big storm that rolled through on June 29th. And so it was, there was no getting your feet wet. It was just jumping into the pool. And then subsequent to that, within the next couple of weeks, we had several severe weather events. So Columbus, Ohio itself and Mother Nature was not very welcoming. The staff was, everything about it was, but Mother Nature really threw a challenge at me right up front. And it wasn't until, honestly, it wasn't until probably November that I finally started going, okay, we can breathe just a little bit. And then, of course, winter came. And we had a crazy winter with, over 40 inches of snow. And so it was just kind of crazy. And now things are in a rhythm now after a year. But you're right, I haven't been here for a tremendously long time. But it has been a very busy year that I've been here, for sure.
I was going to say, maybe Mother Nature just wanted to be like, hey, this weather guy is good, and I'm going to prove it to you by giving him a hard time.
In that case, Mother Nature is my friend. Thank you, Mother Nature. I appreciate that. Very nice.
I'm going to show him Ohio weather changes every 10 minutes, just like that. Well, congratulations, you're up here. You've got your this is your first Emmy in the market.
In the region, absolutely. Yeah, I had another Emmy from the Rocky Mountain Emmy, the Rocky Mountain chapter over in Phoenix. I got that. So yeah, first one in the area, and I hope to be here for a very long time.
Well,
fantastic.
Yep, welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right,
thanks
thank you,
for
Bill.
talking
Appreciate
with
it.
us.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
Now we're going to bring in Gilbert Corsi from WDRB. I
Come
hope I said
on
that
down.
right. I did. Great. Thank you, Gilbert.
Oh gosh, you've got the height on me. Do you think I can use your Emmy box for maybe a boost?
Sure, go ahead, right ahead.
You're still wearing the heels, right? She was
I'm-
talking earlier about getting rid of the heels.
I've got it, unless you want to try them on.
No.
Yeah, like I said, you guys can take them off my feet, not even off my hands. But anyways, enough about shoes. Let's talk about your Emmy today. How are you feeling right now?
Shocked and surprised, I said it on the stage, that there are so many talented anchors in this category, people who I am friends with, people who I know their work, and I respect their work so much, so I was just honored to be considered among this excellent class. I did not expect to be holding this statue, fortunate enough to be my fourth, and so I'm humbled, honored, and giving all praise to the big man upstairs.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think, brought you to this point? How have you grown as an anchor to get to where you are right now?
The interesting part about my submission is the fact that there's not one word read from a teleprompter in it. I think that the ultimate test of an anchor is when the proverbial stuff is hitting the fan. And that is when your rundown's thrown out, you're in wall-to-wall coverage, you don't know what's coming next, but you've got to be the eyes and the ears and just step back and start asking the questions that the people at home want answered. And so in this submission is a toxic train derailment that came with an explosion and several people who were hurt. The horrific tornadoes in southern Indiana that killed several people. And the severe storm that rolled through the day before the Kentucky Derby when they're evacuating the infield. It's when you go into your you got it or you don't instincts. And in those moments, you go back to being a reporter. And your anchors should be your best reporters. And I report and I anchor every single day.
And that's incredible. And in addition to that, a strong anchor sometimes is only as good as a strong crew behind the scenes.
Indeed, indeed. I work with an incredible team. I've been fortunate and blessed to work in many different places, and never have I worked at a station like WDRB News, because in those moments where the story is developing as you're telling it, it is imperative that there be organization and there be clear direction coming from all ends, from where you're going to be in the studio to where you're going next, whether that be a phoner or somebody in the field, or if you're recapping, or if there's updated information coming to you literally as you're saying it. So I work with some incredible producers, incredible managers, and people really driving the bus who enable me to do my job better.
Yeah, I guess you can't really practice for breaking news, huh?
No. That's when you go into the spidey sense. Is what I call it. It's like the sixth sense. It's you're out there, and you bet you have it or you don't. You know.
So you gotta have
And
an anchor
you
reporter
get a
spidey
lesson.
sense?
You get a lesson in it right then.
Absolutely, and lesson learned. He walks away with the gold tonight.
Again, humbled, honored, gracious, favor. The big man upstairs, God is looking out for me.
Is there anyone else that you want to thank tonight?
My parents. I remember the girlfriend, but I forgot the parents who I said this time when I was standing here last year that my parents and my brother used to call me a tattletale, and I challenged that was just my first crack at reporting when I was a child. So, thanks, guys. Love ya. I'm gonna keep telling.
All right.
Well, Gilbert, congratulations. Very happy for you. Much success in the future.
Congratulations.
Take it easy.